Most of you will maybe never have heard of BIP Investment Partners, because until 3 years ago we had nothing to do with the domain industry. But in the meantime, we have collected a certain number of very valuable assets in the domain industry, which I will present to you in the next couple of minutes. BIP is a listed investment company based in Luxembourg. We are owned by roughly 1/3 by financial institutions, another third by wealthy families, and the other third by around 3,000 small shareholders. In the domain industry, we are invested in several companies directly and indirectly, which we have listed here. Our first investment in the domain industry was the company EuroDNS. It's very important to understand we do not invest directly into domains, but we invest in companies that work in the domain sector. And over the last 3 years, we have then built a substantial portfolio, partly directly with our participations in key systems and domain invest. Not to be confused with the domain invest of Johannes, which he will present shortly. And also we have financed these 3 companies so that they can acquire other companies in the domain sector. So basically, we group these companies. One is a group of retail registrar services. First of all, domain discount, which many of you may know, which is now available in 6 languages. The second is EuroDNS, which was our first investment, which also has different sites for other regional markets like Asia DNS and Let DNS. Then rather recently, AZPL joined our family. So this is how we entered into the Polish market, which we believe is a very exciting market for domains and in general terms. Poland was basically the only European country without a recession in 2009, and it's a really amazing market where we want to continue our efforts. A very important part of the group is our white label reseller solution, RRP Proxy, which most of you know. It enables international registrars to register basically any top-level domain on behalf of their customers, and has a very good positioning in this industry. Also, some domainer tools have joined our group. With this tool, the Worker, which will be available as a dedicated version for purchase, but also as an online model for domainers who have smaller portfolios. And we are also engaged in aftermarket solutions. Aftermarket.pl is present here, which is a leading platform for the Polish market. We are also engaged with Domains, which is a broker for domain names. And we have a group of corporate domain management ventures. We have the product Brand Shelter of these systems, which enables corporates to manage their domain portfolios more effectively. We have a collaboration with the company Thomson Trampeldach, former ASCIO employees who now live in Switzerland. And also eBrand Services, also former ASCIO employees, belong also to the group. The last company that has joined our group is Domain Invest, Luxembourg. And there we have raised 20 million euros to acquire domain names, or better to say portfolio of domain names, because this kind of money you cannot invest in single domain transactions, then we will directly into acquire larger portfolios of thousands of domains. If I'm correctly informed, they currently own a little bit more than 100,000 domains. Actually, the idea to have also a domainer in the group is basically to link the registrar-heavy portfolio that we had into the rest of the value chain where the money flows through. And from there we need to see what the next steps will be in the development of the group. So, what else will we do? Of course, we cannot invest all our money only in the domain industry. Our largest participation is Cargolux, Europe's leading cargo airline. It's based in Luxembourg. We also invested in Kentaro, which is a specialized football TV rights operator who has under contract all the small countries of Europe. Or companies like SGG, who manage the tax structures of large corporates and wealthy families. We have ESCO, a provider of voice over IP technology. We have a logistics company called Zürich IEE, which is the world market leader for airbag sensors. 21net, which is one of the two world market leaders for high-speed internet communication solutions for trains. Or the red line you see, Luxembourg Telecom, which is now the second biggest telephone operator in Luxembourg, the biggest private telephone operator in the country. So we still need to take on the catch up with the national incumbent. So we've run quite fast through this presentation to give us more time to discuss and to answer your questions. Thank you for your attention. I will be grateful for your questions.
My first question is about the domain names. You partly answered the first question. Why did you choose domain names to invest in? I mean, from the secondary market. It's like fitting in your portfolio, and you have registrar and other businesses close to the domain is somewhere there as well. But is it the only reason, or maybe do you feel like domain names is a value itself? Is like an asset? And do you also invest in domain names because it's like investing in gold or real estate?
Just stays there, pays no interest, pays no dividends. So I think domains are certainly better than gold. And but of course we believe that we can earn money with domain names. We would never start a project that loses money only to help other companies. Every project where we invest needs to earn money itself, and then if there are synergies in the group, then it's even better.
Do you have plan to, for example, sell this in the company or sell this portfolio in the future, or you just will have a profit from day-to-day operations of buying and selling domain names, or you're like building the portfolio and then in the future you're going to sell it with a bigger, huge profit? What's the strategy?
This is a difficult question, and the answer will be up to Marco Schneermann and Freddy Schiewek, who run this company. But yes, we are also actively selling domain names. For example, one very successful sale was voodoo.com, which sold for $300,000 in the United States. What we normally do is we buy portfolios at a certain discount, because in the portfolio there are good names and there are bad names. And if an owner wants to get rid of the whole portfolio altogether, instead of selling it piece by piece, of course the package price must be right. And then we will, some domains we will keep, and some others we may decide to sell on a single domain basis.
Are you looking for any investment opportunities as Poland as well, or is it like new investment like those about AZ.pl or aftermarket? We're looking for some other opportunities in this region, and especially in Poland?
We will certainly consider opportunities in Poland if they come our way. My experience is that The CEOs and owners of domain companies are normally very tough negotiators, and some of the negotiations have taken substantially longer. It's a very exciting industry. To our knowledge, there is only one other financial investor in Europe which has a domain registrar in its portfolio. That is the Carlyle Group from England, which owns a Spanish registrar. But we believe that the European market is now so big and that there is a place to build a second major domain player next to United Internet, which is of course now the most important company in the European domain center. My impression is that in particular in the retail registrar services sector, it's still very local companies, even big players like Strato, they have more than 90% German customers, which then register very much .de domains and some .com. So every registrar has its own kind of top-level domain portfolio, and Polish registrar has, of course, mainly Polish customers. It's, in our opinion, it's rare that, for example, a Spanish customer would go to Polish registrar to register his domain names there, even if there are different national or different language websites available for the same registrar. It's still very local. But of course, you can have different brands which attract different clientele from different countries. And you can have one back office and one back end behind it, which the customer won't even notice if everything goes through RP proxy in the end.
So people in Europe still like to have their own, let's say, businesses that they deal with, and they feel that they are more local to them, and not like in the United States, of course, that no matter where in the United States, as long as it is in the United States, it's like, and in United Europe it's a little bit different, right? Because yes, customers still search for their own, yeah.
The United Europe is still a far step. We have language issues, we have cultural issues. The United States are just 200 years farther in this process than we are.
So I have a question, because your fund is responsible for many invests around the Europe, for example, and now we are also in Poland somehow. And my question is, when you are making research of the Polish market and you compare it with the other markets, European markets or US market, what kind, let's say in e-commerce, what kind of strong and weak points in the Polish market you can see, for example, when you compare to the other markets?
My impression is that Polish registrars are at the same level as other European registrars when it comes to combination of services, that you've integrated website builders, integrated hosting, easy access to parking. So I don't see. In my opinion, Poland is really state of the art.
So you're saying that our level of quality of service is at the same level as the other countries you can see and observe?
We also do mystery shopping before we invest into a company, and our impression is that the ease of use, the quality of the service is just the same if you go to a French or Polish registrar. So I think there's no need to catch up.
Another question: what type of deals do you engage in? Are these like still shareholding, or is it like over 50%, or maybe complete buyouts?
Anything. We can, other than many other investors, we are not limited to a certain type of investment. So we can do silent partnerships. We can do minority investments and also 100% buyouts.
But the investments you did.
These are confidential terms for these companies. But they are minority and majority investments in there. Thank you, and I will of course join you for dinner.